So you've stitched all the way across this straight edge. It's just a single layer because this is how you're going to get into your pouch on your fun pouch. And now we need to connect a side, do the perimeter. Let me bring that down where you can actually see it. We're going to connect this side, and then we're going to stitch, blanket stitch the perimeter, and then connect the second side. So here's the one that we've been working on. I've tri-folded it. Remember, way back in step 1 or 2, we kind of put some marks or pins right here to tell us where this folded to make it 1/3. Imagine I've blanket stitched all the way across this side, and now I'm going to begin by connecting this side and then stitching, connecting this side and then stitching the perimeter. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to actually start on the right side and bury my needle. And you'll hear that again and again, bury the needle, but actually we're trying to bury the thread. So I'm just going to weave it in through the blanket here and then come out at the edge right there and do that blanket stitching. And it's the same thing. You're going to kind of draw that imaginary circle. You're going to go in a scant quarter away. Now this time you're going through 2 layers and you're coming up through the circle. And that literally is going to connect it together. Stitch through my 2 layers right here, come up through the circle, and then pull. So your thread here should just kind of march right down the side of the blanket where the 2 have come together. So again, make that circle, come in, back out to the sky, up through the circle, and then pull that. Pull it tight enough that it's going to hold it, but not so tight that it puckers up. And then you're just going to put that on repeat. Make sure you're hitting both through both layers each time. Try to hold them even. Try to do this fast so I can get up there. So you're going through 2 layers for about 4 or so inches, and that connects it. So you're creating, actually literally creating that pocket. And then when I get to where I'm back on just 1 layer, I'm going to just take an extra little stitch to secure it. Now you're going to imagine you're going to be rethreading quite a few times for this. I'm going to guess again somewhere between 4 and 6, might even be 7 times to get all the way around from one side to the other. So again, my blanket stitch is on repeat. I'm almost there. I got just a couple of inches to go. Coming up through the circle. I'm going to pull a little bit more thread out, go through both layers, and then up to the sky. So I'm going from front to back through both layers, up to the sky, right through that circle, pulling it tight. And again, both layers, both layers. My stitches are a little far apart. If you'd like yours closer together, then just, go ahead and do them closer together. So this is my last stitch, and I definitely want it to stay. It just went to the back, right on the top a bit. So what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to go right back in where I see this thread, and I'm going to come right back out where I see this one. And I'm just making just one more little circle over that, and I'm going to pull that tight. I'm going to come back up so I'm in the right position. And then you just keep repeating the blanket stitch, but now you're back to 1 layer as you do the perimeter, which is this half circle portion. So you'll just do 1 layer blanket stitching. When you get over here to this side, take an extra little stitch to make sure that's nice and secure right there. Remember, you blanket stitched all the way across. You're just going to connect it right there, and then blanket stitch to the bottom. Again, do an extra little securing stitch, make some kind of a knot or securing stitch additionally, and bury your threads. And that should have you with a complete pouch. You can decide at that point that you're done, and it's certainly plenty done enough. So here's the one I've been working on. Here's the finished one, and you can see I connected this together, put an extra little knot right there, and then went around the perimeter, put an extra little knot right there, and then kept going and then knotted it off over here. So that will finish the fun pouch if you'd like it like that. The next couple of videos will just give you some ideas of how you might want to add either a wristlet wrist ribbon to hold it on your wrist, or maybe some kind of way to secure it here so that it stays closed. And you'll see that in the next video or two.